Hi ladies, it's Fiona here. Today we are talking about how you can actually go ahead and create the body that you want and have serious weight loss, like 50 pounds in a few weeks, when you're really conscious of what's going on in your body. Your body is extremely willing to play with you, and she just wants you to be really willing to play with her and be aware of when you're triggered and how the energy of your body is actually changing. So your body is extremely willing to play with you. She's not fixed. This is not final, and she is not punishing you. Now that is really, really good news. It's not your fault that you don't know how to do this. It's not your fault that you don't understand what's been going on and what's been stopping and blocking your weight. Nobody could actually ever tell you this before. So the human body, you have to know, not only is she extremely happy to play with you, she's energy. She's changing all the time. She's renewing herself. Every single cell in your body changes. So we're made up of particles, of atoms, hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, which means that we are ever changing. We're not a machine. So you see, we're not fixed. We're not final. So we can change that at any given point. But what changes that is what I'm going to be going through with you today. What can actually have the biggest influence on you being able to change and readjust and recreate your body is something I'm going to be touching on today. So hopefully you really enjoy that. Because every one of us wants to wake up, pull back the sheets and kind of go, oh my God, it happened. We want it to happen overnight so that we can kind of then go, okay, right, fine. I'm going to start taking care of my body. I'm going to start looking after her. I'm going to start cherishing her and absolutely loving her, because I don't want to ever feel like that again, ever in my body. So I want to talk to you about the energetic point of view and why we should never underestimate the power of how the body can recalibrate herself and reconstruct herself. Well, I want to be able to show you that if you change enough of the little pictures, sooner or later you change the biggest picture of all. There are 3 actions here that make a big difference in how your body decides to change that cell into a cell that enables you to lose weight, or whether she changes that cell into a cell that's actually going to store and hoard the weight. So these are the 3 things that I wanted to share with you today about your energetic body and how she's actually turning up and how she's creating herself for you. One of the things I wanted to talk to you about today is the positive vibes, our thoughts. If we're living in a light, vibrant world, we're appreciating everything, we're feeling satisfied and fulfilled, that is such a lighter way to live, and your body will naturally construct itself in a much lighter way. This is difficult for you to imagine until I tell you that living in a negative world, having negative thoughts, having worry, having hate, having confusing relationships, having confrontation is so heavy and so dense in the body that she starts to create denseness. And often you hear people say, my body's protecting me, I've put up protection against this particular confrontation that I'm having. It does. And the body also has you craving, I mean literally like to die for, out of control, craving sugars, craving carbohydrates, craving anything that's heavy. Because what you're missing is the feeling of satisfaction and feeling fulfilled. There's a massive gap in your body when you feel empty and dissatisfied, and that whole feeling in the body is what you just keep trying to fill up, but it's like an endless pit. It just keeps on going and you just start getting bigger and bigger, but you've still got this empty pit, this feeling inside your body. The third thing is, so positive, negative, and the third thing is when you feel safe, when you have all the things around you that you notice make you feel safe, then you are able to let go of some of the things that you've been doing to try and make yourself feel safe. In other words, what's the feeling of safe? The feeling of safe is often that you feel grounded, that you feel at home. So basically, the women that I'm dealing with and helping, they don't feel at home, they don't feel safe in their bodies, they don't have this kind of positive outlook on life. So often we're very much trapped in the negative thoughts, life's not good enough, I'm not satisfied, I'm in lack, don't earn enough money, I don't get enough love, or whatever it is. Those kind of things are enough to completely scupper stop and block all your weight loss efforts, despite the fact that you've been on diets, despite the fact that you've been to the gym, despite the fact that you've done all these fantastic things. The effort you're putting in is not showing up on your body because she is still trying to protect you. If we can be more aware of what's triggering us, so in other words, if you can kind of feel, oh, what's going on here? What is that feeling? And because it's so uncomfortable, it means there's an emotion, there's an emotion flipping around and turning up in your body, turning your guts upside down, which means that you don't feel safe, that you're feeling kind of vulnerable. And that is enough to make us go and crave sugar, reward ourselves with all the things that we know and are out of control. We can't help putting those things in our mouth because we feel we deserve more. Can I just tell you something here? Hateful thoughts or worry or stress, they all start having an effect on our waistline. Not only will I talk about the hormones, I've done it in the past, but those kind of things are enough to just really have, on a chakra, on an energetic level, have a huge effect on us on certain areas of the body. So if we've got confrontation with our mother, if we've got confrontation with a boss, with a partner, with a child, anything, it's enough for us to have those kind of, oh my God, I wish they'd get out of my life, those kind of stressful moments. That is enough for your body to be ripped apart and to be having problems in this particular area. Remember that your body is nothing more than energy, and energy can always be shifted. There is so much more that you can be doing other than restricting your food and doing lots of exercise. If you've been dieting to within an inch of your life and exercising like crazy, and all those efforts are not paying off, you have to know that there's something else going on behind the scenes. It can take one exchange, it can take one negative exchange, one confrontation, one like, God, I wish I wasn't going into work today, I really don't want to have to deal with that. Or, oh God, I've got to go and see her, I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to deal with my mother's anger, I don't want to have to deal with my son's, discipline him. Those kind of thoughts. But remember, you've been having a lifetime of these kind of thoughts, and they have an heavy effect, they have an emotional effect, they have an energetic effect on your body. So if you're willing to play, there are a few simple practices that I teach that really help you to sort of feel more safe within your body. And once you feel safer within your body, once you've been more aware of the emotions, more aware of why you feel that, more aware of why that person's doing that to you, and just change your perspective about things, life becomes so much lighter because you are just not affected about what's going on in your life. I had a lady having a call with me the other day, and she's been working with me now for 5 months. She has lost an astonishing 50 pounds in just 5 months. 3 stone. She looks absolutely fabulous. She's just like so happy with herself. She said, you know what? Weight loss is the bonus because I feel so much stronger. That person does not affect me or influence my eating anymore. I do not bend and twist and shape myself to try and make them feel happy. I am happy. I am fulfilled. Therefore, whatever they do is their problem. It doesn't affect me or influence how I eat or what I do anymore. My role is to put you in the driver's seat so that you feel absolutely at home in your own body. So that you can wake up, in a few months' time. It doesn't happen overnight, clearly. But, so that you can wake up and go, oh my God, this is what I've always wanted. And this is what I'm now going to really, really take care of. Your body is speaking to you. Your body absolutely loves you. The ladies that I'm working with at the moment, I've been working with a team of ladies for about a month now, and I cannot tell you the amount of weight that they've lost. But it's not that. Their whole attitude and their awareness of what's going around them, they're not oblivious anymore to what's going on around them. And they're all being able to get, the same sort of results, and they're all being able to let go of all the kind of stress that's going on in their life and the confrontations they've got with their partners. They can express themselves better. They're just feeling, my God, I matter. I matter here, and I'm feeling really good. If you want the same results as these women, if they're losing a stone in a month, that's like 14 pounds in a month, I mean, that's kind of like unheard of. But the fact is that they get rid of it, they lose it, and they don't ever go back there again, because they've changed their mindset, they've changed their perception about things, and they're becoming much more aware of their bodies. So if you want to have the same results that these women are getting, then come along and have a chat with me, and I'll tell you which bits are actually affecting you the most. We'll talk about where your stop is and where your block is to weight loss, what you're doing, what hasn't worked for you so far, and what's not working, what will never work. If you're just trying to change your food, we really need to change what's going on in the inside of you as well. We'll also talk about how you can resolve these particular stops and blocks, and we'll also go through what the exact step is for you, how you can get exactly the same results that these ladies are getting. I mean, they've got phenomenal results in a very, very short space of time. And ultimately, you'll be the one who makes the decision. If you decide, great, I think I can do this, and I think I can work with you, and I feel that this is what I really, really need, then I'll be upfront and I'll be totally an open book, because that's what I am. And I'll just say, okay, look, this is what we need to do. I'm going to hold you accountable, and we're going to not only diagnose, but we're actually going to get you to your root cause, and we're going to clear that out. So if you want to comment here, do you want your body to change? Do you want it to change it right now? Do you want to change it and then keep it like that? So, I mean, you can actually enjoy going and buying clothes again. You can enjoy wearing what you want to wear again, and you can sort of stand up there and not hide an inch of your body, because your body is an advert of how well you are doing on the inside. Your body is absolutely amazing. It's energetic. It wants to play with you, and you can play with your body forever and a day once you understand what creates your body way more than food or exercise. Do yourself a favour. This can be the biggest change you will make in 2019, and say yes, and then really start looking at where you feel your problems lie. What is stopping you and what is blocking you, despite everything that you've done so far. Let's find out where you're struggling, what's holding you back, and what's going to make the biggest difference to your weight, your energy, and your willingness to take part in life just a little bit more, or a huge bit more, so that you can actually feel the way you've always wanted to feel. When I work with somebody, I always go through the body scan, because this is the diagnosis part where we actually understand what's going on behind the scenes, what's stopping you and blocking you. So first of all, let's get that out of the way. Let's find out what's stopping and blocking you from actually being able to lose the weight. Despite diets and despite exercise, we need to be looking at other areas that I call the whole picture. Put you piece by piece back together and see which piece is kind of like off, and then we get you to sort of click back together. I am Fiona Robertson. I am the Body Renewer, and I have a fantastic 12-week program which is called the Big 5 program, and we look at the 5 biggest emotions that are affecting you and where they're coming from, so that we can clear the decks of those once and for all. This is like a massive detox, a massive clear out, spring clean, Lent, whatever you want to call it. We allow those emotions to leave so that you never have to experience them in that way ever again. Again, my name is Fiona Robertson. I am the Body Renewer, and I'm helping women all over the world lose 50 pounds. 50 pounds in 5 weeks or 5 months, depending how you do your practices. It is so doable. Your body is so willing to work with you and to help you. So let's change that around and get you to actually lose the weight that you want to weigh. Get hold of your triggers, hold them, Look at them and let them go. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll be back here again next week with a mini clinic talking all about the energy, how your body is constructed, how you can go on and reconstruct your body starting today. See you later. Bye.